You know that the Greeks and Romans shared the same gods: Zeus, Jupiter, Athena, Minerva, Ares, Mars. In Greek mythology, Ares is the god of war. And in Athens, Greece, there is a rocky hill called the Areopagus, so named because, according to Greek tradition, this was the location where Ares was tried for murder. It became associated with divine justice as a result. And because the Romans called him Mars, sometimes you will see Mars Hill in certain translations instead of Areopagus. Now, the Areopagus is a physical place, and it functioned as a courthouse, but it was also the name of the tribunal that met there. Think of this how we use the word church. We refer to it both as a building and as a group of people. The leaders of Athens would hold court there, so the council could basically address any important ideas that would shape the city. To be clear, the Areopagus is not a marketplace. I was confused about that myself at first because Paul was actually at the marketplace just before he was brought to the Areopagus to be examined by the council. But Dr. Fruchtenbaum's commentary helped me to understand the Areopagus was a different location. The marketplace was called the Agora, and it did have public buildings such as temples, law courts, and shops, places to eat, which is why I was confused. But the Areopagus was a standalone courthouse where the council met. So the tribunal is serving as a judicial body over Athens. They make rulings on murders. They're overseeing education and the moral conduct of the citizens, and trying to just in general keep the city in right standing with the gods, which is another thing Dr. Fruchtenbaum mentioned that helped me understand what's going on. There's this idea of impiety, which is the lack of respect or reverence towards a deity, religion, or sacred thing. And it was a real issue that the council took seriously because they believed the well-being of the city and its people depended on right standing with the gods. Things like natural disasters, plagues, military defeat were all understood as potential divine punishment for civic impiety. And as I was thinking about it, it sounded more and more to me like the council and the citizens are enslaved. They're living in so much fear of displeasing the false gods that they go out of their way to not offend them. It's kind of like that's what sin does, right? It just grows and grows until it's too big. And of course, they are committing idolatry, and it's become so burdensome to them, it's just controlling their life. We absolutely cannot deny that man has done things to suppress the truth, and they do not want to answer to God, so they do things their own way, and that definitely causes a lot of problems. But the reality is, the principalities and powers of the air have and do take advantage of people's ignorance, especially before we had special revelation. And then they counterfeit what God does and turns it upside down. Like in Proverbs 8, wisdom is personified as a woman, and she was there from the very beginning, is what she says. And remember where the Areopagus is located? It's in Athens, a city named for the goddess Athena, who is associated with wisdom. So now let's just appreciate the irony of the situation, because Paul is standing in a courtroom associated with divine justice on a hill named after a false god, in a city named for false wisdom, before a tribunal that examines truth and determines morality while not understanding where morality comes from. And Paul is proclaiming the one who is the source of it all: justice, truth, wisdom, and morality. And I just love how God stooped down to meet the Areopagus Council, to be tried, so to speak, in the courthouse of divine justice, the way that they had associated that. And he's just so good and kind. And I just know that there were people there searching for the truth, and he sent them Paul. So that's the Areopagus. I'll see you soon. Love you.